global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again, and we have news here for you, but it has to do with what happened some few days ago, precisely in Rivers State, where we watch as the Rivers State governor, Massob Wike, took that drastic step of demolishing the Produce Hotel. And the reason was because of the hotel management flouting the executive instruction of lockdown in the states. And he had received a lot of reaction, a lot of backlash. Some people also are supporting him. And one of those who stood out, especially in criticizing his action, was actually the leader of Massob, that's Movement for the Actualization of Biafra, their leader, Mr. Raf Nwazurike. He came out and said that what Wike did was actually, he can only do it there, that's in Rivers State, that he can't try it in any other state because nobody would tolerate that kind of nonsense, that he was actually working against the fundamental human right of the people of Rivers State. And right now, a group which is traceable to People Democratic Party, PDP, is actually a support group in PDP. One grassroots development initiative has urged the leader of Massob, that's Nwazurike, to tender unreserved apology to the people of Rivers State for abusing their governor, Chief Massob Wike. All right, and according to them, I'm going to read the statement which was jointly signed by their President General, Chief Bright Amawole, Honorable Paul Kubani, who is the Deputy President, the Secretary General, Honorable Samuel Nwanosike, and also the Publicity Secretary, Honorable Zik Nwakiri, and some other members, BOT, that's Board of Trustees member, and 4 other leaders of the group. They wrote a statement, and under their statement, they said that in the past 2 months, that the Grassroots Development Initiative worldwide had observed the incessant attacks and criticism on the person of their grand patron, in the person of Chief Massob Wike, by some unpatriotic members of the public and other citizens of Rivers State. Based on the reality on the ground, as the President General of Grassroots Development Initiative, I hereby direct all members of GDI in any part of the world to be at alert, and RAF is hereby declared persona non grata in any state or country where GDI exists. In all, we issue a 24-hour ultimatum to Raf Nwazurike to render an unreserved apology to Rivers State people and the world at large for calling Governor Wike all sorts of names, else he must face the music. Those were the words of the group. That's GDI, that's Grassroots Development Initiative, where Massob Wike is actually their grand patron, according to them. So right now, Nwazurike has been given 24 hours ultimatum to tender apologies. But as we all know, Nwazurike is not a child. We know him. He has been an activist, though he has not been supported anymore by the people, that by the Biafrans, because actually he started up this pursuit. But along the line, according to information from Biafra, they said that he actually betrayed them by collecting money from the federal government, and he watered down his pursuit of the dream of Biafra. Because of that, he does not gather so much support. And talking about Wike is one of the governors that is heavily being supported by Biafrans. Virtually all his actions are supported by the Biafrans. So right now, Nwazurike does not even have a place to lean on apart from Massob. And if you check side by side the function of Massob towards the actualization of Biafra and also that of IPOP, you will realize that IPOP gained more recognition, especially the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He gains more recognition than Nwazurike. Fairly recently, Nwazurike talked about them being a part of one, unrecognized as UNPO, unrecognized nations and all of that. And instead of appreciation, what I saw was they were just slapping the guy with so much words and all of that. So he doesn't really get the respect of the people of Biafra. But right now he is in a very tight corner. What will be his action? But before we go on discussing all of that, I would like you to just watch the video and hear the exact words that Raf Nwazurike said towards the person of Governor.
To show my sadness over what Wike is doing in Rivers State, people must talk out. People must speak out. What nonsense. How can you destroy somebody's hotel simply because you are a governor? What nonsense governor is that one? Who are you? What nonsense? If somebody offends the law or contravenes the regulations, why can't you seal up the place? You destroy somebody's sweat because you are a governor, just a governor, and nothing more. What nonsense governor are you? Wike, you are very useless. You are stupid. It's only in Rivers State you can do that nonsense. It's only in Rivers State you can do that nonsense. If you try it elsewhere, come to Imo State and try it. Can people burn their own properties? Destroy whatever you have? How will you feel if you own a hotel like that and someone comes and destroys it? How will you feel? Are you the only governor in Nigeria? Are you the only governor in Nigeria? What nonsense? What madness is in you? Huh? People must speak out. You say all the vehicles you see, you must auction all of them. Somebody has contravened the regulations, COVID-19, blah, blah, blah. You sent bulldozer to destroy someone's hotel. Are you mad? Are you stupid? You have not seen anything. You are doing it in Rivers State. Come and do it here. Rochas Okorocha wanted to try it with me. When he said he would destroy my house, he wanted to build road. He had his own 2 houses near my own, but he wanted to destroy my own. I said, try it. I was praying that night for him to try it so that I will demolish all his houses in the whole of Imo State, including his own his living home in his village. If you try it, even from Imo State, I come to Rivers, send my men to destroy all your properties. I will send all my men to Rivers State to make the federal government institute emergency rule in Rivers State. I'm challenging you. You are a bastard. Wike, you are a bastard. I'm Raf Nwazurike. Ask about me. If you try it, what nonsense do you think you are doing? Are you the only governor in Nigeria? COVID-19, COVID-19. Do you know the meaning of COVID-19? This thing that is causing you madness. Do you know the meaning of it? What nonsense. I'm mad. I'm angry. Can't look at common citizens. The federal government is against you. Instead of you bringing your people together to ward off federal government, you are scattering them. You don't know anything. They are just leaving you. Let them contact me. I come and set Rivers State ablaze. Ask about me. I set it ablaze. They remove you as governor. Let's set an emergency in Rivers State. Then you get out of that place. Nonsense. Useless man. The position you won last time because of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Could you have won Rivers State? If not for Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Useless man. You have need to suppress innocent people. Because you are governor. God punish you. Idiot.
All right, welcome back. You have heard the insults and the reaction of Raf Nwazurike. Actually, it was quite insultive, calling someone mad and all of that. Though I know that most such words can spring out of empathy for the other person at the other side. but he went to the extreme. The words he used were actually not good enough for a leader to use. Calling someone name, you are foolish, you are stupid, you are mad, come and try it with me and all of that. There were other persons that reacted to it, but they did it professionally. For example, Ezekwesili, she also reacted to it, and she talked about blending. That is the case of a blend of a tyranny and democracy. Other persons also, Sowore also reacted to it. His own wasn't this terrible, safe, and what he received from especially supporters of Wike was really, really tough, and all of that. They were referring him to check out his own people than to come and be insulting the person of Wike. Now, looking at the situation on ground, the question is, will Nwazurike, apologize for talking to Wike like that? For me, at least I have followed the trend of his activity for a little while. That's the way he talks and all of that. I don't think that he will give any response to it. There will be no apology of any sort. That's what I believe, because he's an activist. And being an activist, really, you see activists, getting involved in apology, especially over things that personally they have criticized, which means they have vetted it in their mind and they deem necessary to respond to it. So I don't think that there will be any form of apology from him. But right now, the truth of the matter is that their ways cannot cross, because the two individuals are living far apart. Here, Nyesom Wike is living at, River State. He has control over River State, while this guy, Nwazurike, is here in Imo State, and according to him, he said that he had already that kind of thing had happened before, where there were threats coming from Okorocha for dissolution of his, or destruction of his house, demolition of his house, and he was waiting for such opportunity to come. And according to him, he said if he was such a victim, he wouldn't mind to destroy the house of Wike and the likes. And that means that it would have really, really been bloody. All the same, we are waiting to see what the grassroots development initiative will do. They said that if he doesn't react automatically, they would refer him just to be an issue of, an issue of concern, as they will personalize the insult, and we do not know what they will do afterward. But all the same, that's just the update. Let's sit back and see what the grassroots development initiative will do after the expiration of 1 day, which they have given to Mr. Ralph Nwazurike. Please, let's go to our comment section. What do you think may be the end result of this? Let's